Houdini 22 has added some new geometry manipulation tools to COPS, so let's look at some of those and what we can do with them as well. So I'm going to just drop down the new rubber toy test geometry that is available now inside of COPS, and then we can drop down this geo to adjacency. And this is going to give us the adjacency enabled stuff for COPS. I'm going to actually take this, I'm going to cable unpack this. And I'm going to wire this cable in here. And I'm going to set fields from inputs. And that's going to give us all these different things that are available with this cable that come with the adjacency map. I'm also going to drop down an adjacency attribute sample and wire this in. And this is actually a way that we can rasterize stuff. So instead of doing the rasterize setup here, and then the rasterize geometry, I set this to like UVs, we get this like alpha. We can, or if we wanted to do like our position, so let's do add position here. And let's just preview that. So we get this position. So it's kind of similar. This is world position actually, or actually, sorry, this is original position. P. There you go. So now we get the same thing, but it's just kind of sampled out, right? So we can actually use this adjacency attribute sample for all sorts of different things, for rasterizing basically anything that we want that's on our geometry. So any attribute. But we're going to go ahead and just add a fractal noise into here using the, sorry, not the fractal noise, but a fractal noise 3D. Using this as the input for the position here. And then we can just multiply this by our mask. That's just going to give us something in here. We can go ahead and just play around with this. Maybe increase this a little bit. And we could offset this, create something different. And then we can use the points from blobs node. So this is kind of a new node to Houdini as well, or to 22. So it just creates some points based off of where our blobs are. We've got a little threshold value, and we can control kind of how many and where they spawn a little bit based off of this. So then we can wire this into a geometry attribute from layer. And I can just wire in our position here. And we'll call this original position, original P. And you can see that this is going to add in our spreadsheet. It's going to add a position, and it's going to sample kind of based off of where these positions are, or where these points are based off of this map. So wherever they are at in relation to that map, they're going to get that position. So then if we take that, we can then do like an attribute extract. And we can take that original position. And that is not a float attribute, but a vector attribute. And we're going to extract all of those positions. So then we can take that and we can then do another attribute insert and wire this all up here. And if I just put the original position, or actually instead of our original position, if we put it into just our position, we've now taken our points that were in UV space and we've mapped them back onto our rubber toy based off of where they were at. Now they are going to be in a little bit different spot just because we are doing a attribute sample with adjacency, and you can see that there is some kind of blending that goes on here. So if we wanted to, we can take this and wire this into our original position instead. And actually, if I do a switch, I believe these should be different. So let's wire this in here. So this is with the adjacency rasterization. And then without it, yeah, we get a little bit of movement here. Nothing too major, but we put them back. You'd want to use this one without the adjacency enabled stuff so that you get them in the correct positions. But we got them now back onto our rubber toy, and we could, play around with this, and we get them in all different spots. It's going kind of all over. If I just look at that, you see that that is now all on that rubber toy. And we can even do a geo attribute from layer here, and we can add, a different attribute if we wanted to. We could do like a fractal noise. Let's make this one RGB. Maybe offset this. Play around with things just a little bit, and we can wire this into our attribute here, and we can call this CD. Now our points have all different colors to them. So pretty cool stuff there. Like I said, we can actually use this geo to adjacency to create maps from any attribute that we want. So if I go ahead and I just remove those, and I take this, we've now got this on these points instead. And if I come over to this adjacency attribute sample, I can set this to CD. And now we have this attribute that is going to be displayed instead. And I can set that display flag there, hit Shift W, and you can see that we've got this fractal noise that is driving our color here. So pretty cool stuff. I'm really excited to see that we can do some stuff with attributes and creating attributes inside of COPS. It really enables you to do some different things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do before, or that would be, you'd have to jump back to SOPs to do. So I'm really glad that they're adding some of this stuff in. There's some really cool stuff that I think we're going to start to see coming out of this. And there's some stuff that I've been playing around with that I will probably share in the future, but I want to kind of get that all worked out before I do so. But pretty cool stuff. I encourage you to play around with it. If you want to grab this project file, I'll kind of notate some stuff and throw that up on Patreon as well. But if you want to learn more about the stuff that's coming out in Houdini 22, make sure to follow along, because I'll be doing a bunch more videos on that stuff as well. There's lots of new things, so we'll be taking a look at as much as I can here in the next few videos. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.